Hey everyone, Pine Grove News Live. Checking to see if we're up and running, and we are. Live stream on YouTube, PGN Live. Hey everyone, okay. We are at Mixler, and everything's okay. Yep, we're going to be okay. Turn the volume down. I'll turn the volume up because we had a video or two that I'd like for you to hear. So, we are running a half hour late because I made a mistake, and like usual, and scheduled something at the wrong time. So, in any case, what are you going to do? No biggie. So it's 6:34 p.m. here on the East Coast, here in southern New England. Now it says I lost my internet. Yeah, whatever. Lord, will let go through what he wants to go through. Prince of the airwaves or not. So, it's Wednesday. It's the day after Christmas. Yeah. It is my internet. They're doing. Yeah, I didn't have this problem with the internet before. Anyways, blessings everyone. Blessings. I hope you all enjoyed that one day that we all look forward to having that season. Now we get into a different season, and that's something totally different than New Year's days, the days before the New Year's, the party where everyone goes out and drinks. That's about what it was. It's all ever meant to me, go out there with a bunch of friends and we can drink, bring in the new year, so on and so forth, blah, 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 just an excuse to drink. Yeah, keep saying my bandwidth is now stored. I don't know what's going on. Live. All right. So we'll talk about the news in a minute. As soon as I'm not distracted from these things right now. So I'm just I'm glad it's over. I mean, the day, it was expected. The things that happened were expected. With the family, we all had a good time, but it was too short. It was only, it's only one day. And in any case, it's just nice to have the family around for that one day in the same house, talking about their lives, seeing my grandchildren, and it was okay. It was all right. And then, so we'll just move on and continue from here like we do every year. With that, looking at my notes, seeing what we have to maybe talk about. What? Articles about EOP reduction. I wrote that note down. I have no idea what it means. There's some weird stuff out there. There wasn't much news. Of course, there was some. I mean, even now on OAN, One American News, which is the only one that I listen to, mainstream media anyway. Was also earthquake in Italy, so they're having a hard time there. Indonesia, we'll find out. We're going to give you an update for that in a minute from that tsunami. So we'll go do that now. We'll talk about this update. Dow Jones, okay? Been hearing very bad news, but it surges to 1,000 points today in the biggest single-day gain in the U.S. history. on the first day of trading after the markets took the biggest Christmas Eve plunge ever. So Dow Jones closed at 1,086.25 points, or 4.98%, if that means anything to anybody. But I got them up 630 by the end of the day. Ended up. But you know what? They're still down. They're still way down. Anyway, just keeping you, apprised of that. That roller coaster that it goes on. Pump up, air out. Pump up, and another leak comes. Dizzy. And so I don't know what to do about this article. I saw the other day some clip with Kevin Spacey in it, who has been accused, right, of assaulting a teen boy and maybe others. He was an okay actor. There were some movies that he played a good part in. I don't know. Haven't watched that. The character that he plays. He plays Frank in something. A House of Cards. Yeah, Netflix's House of Cards. So this is a very strange video. He knows, obviously, he's been accused of this, and so on and so forth. So let's just read from this. On Monday, the same day Spacey was charged with sexually assaulting a teen boy in 2016, the actor took to social media for the first time in more than a year. His strange YouTube video titled "Let Me Be Frank" racked up a whopping 4.5 million views in 24 hours. So, the Oscar winner had been radio silent since October 2017, when Star Trek Discovery actor Anthony Rapp first spoke up with allegations against Spacey, but returned with a sensational splash clad in a spirited Santa Claus apron. And this is one of the things he says in there. "I know what you want. You want me back." Spacey purrs to creepy effect. But anyway, I think this whole video is very creepy. It's 3 minutes and 6 seconds, and I'm going to play it. Okay, title of it: "Let Me Be Frank." It's on YouTube. We're watching it from Now the End Begins. Let's start from the beginning.
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy if it was all so simple? Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smarter than that. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending, and to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said, and not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do. Well, of course, they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did, and you loved it. Anyhow, despite all the poppycock, the animosity, the headlines, the impeachment without a trial, despite everything, despite even my own death, I feel surprisingly good. And my confidence grows each...
Now, he's talking about this death because they killed him off in the show when they first found out about these allegations. And I didn't get it the first time I listened to it, but I just remember that is why he's talking about the death. They killed off his character.
Each day that soon enough you will know the full truth. Wait a minute. Now that I think of it, you never actually saw me die, did you? Conclusions can be so deceiving. Miss me?
Just weird. I guess you had to have watched the series House of Cards or the show, whatever it was, Netflix series. But in any case, I just had in the back of my mind when I'm listening to this, the fact that, well, I don't know if it's a fact or not, the allegation that he sexually assaulted a teen back in 2016. In any case, that's still yet to be proven, like he said. So, in any case, you got some... It's always happening to these Hollywood types. They are a strange bunch. And I'm glad, I'm glad in third grade when I was up on a stage doing skits that our teacher had taught us that I never really caught on to that, that style of life, that... playing parts and becoming somebody else. And I'm just glad I never took into that, I wouldn't want to be in Hollywood with all this money and nothing really to spend it on. I mean, you've already got everything, right? Let's move on. Krakatau volcano tsunami, at least this is the update. 430 dead now, 1,500 injured, and 22,000 displaced. On the 14th year anniversary of its 2004 Sumatra tragedy. I'm still picturing, what was it, 200 and something thousand people died in a few countries of that Christchurch volcano and tsunami. Remember, earthquake and tsunami? I didn't know that many people died in that one. Well, this is just a picture. Desperate search continues Wednesday for survivors. Country marks its 14th year anniversary. One of the most devastating ever recorded. All right, let's go on. This also from Strange Sounds. Russian Navy began trials of the Poseidon unstoppable doomsday nuclear drone that can trigger a 300-foot radioactive tsunami and wipe out cities on Christmas Day. Talk about tsunamis. Yeah, and I saw him on One American News again, making sure that we know that he has these supersonic or hypersonic missiles that cannot be stopped, right? Russia has begun testing. It says they're already done with testing. Ready. These underwater drone that experts fear could trigger a 300-foot radioactive tsunami with a massive nuclear blast in the sea. People, I don't know why they're showing this now, but they have these weapons. Um, yeah, they're blaming this one in Indonesia on a volcano eruption and displacement of material under the ocean that caused this tsunami that they got no warning for. But you got to remember Japan. You got to remember Chile. Um, there's at least two places. How about when Kerry was coming back from Antarctica and stayed on in the area of Vanuatu when that was attacked, or when there was a 7-pointer earthquake out there in the ocean? Yeah. If they're putting these things out to people, they have so gone far, far ahead in development and testing. Okay, they are ready. Starts underwater trials. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're all done. They're all done. This unmanned Poseidon submarine, designed to wipe out enemy naval bases, is dubbed the City Buster because it's said to be able to sneak close to shore to unleash Armageddon. Remember those people who do that money, okay? They take the American dollars, and there's a message, seems to be in certain denominations of our currency, that when you are full a certain way, it tells a story or gives you warning. There is a warning. I don't know if it's I think it's maybe the $50 bill or the 20. I'm not sure which one of them. I think they've used the 20, the 50, and the $100 bill to point out some things. I mean, they had the Twin Towers on fire. I believe it was a $20 bill. Not sure either. But there is somebody who particularly does that. You just Google that, or not Google it, but put it in your search parameters in YouTube, and you'll find it pretty quickly. And they have another one, okay, and we already know 9/11 obviously happened, okay, and it's on the dollar bill. It shows you that they're on fire, both towers. There's another one out there that talks about or shows you that there is water coming over a cityscape, coming through. If you watch that movie, Last Day, maybe? Last Day. It's a futuristic, I guess, or sci-fi thriller about the end of days and about a tsunami and that comes over the New York horizon. And you could see actually a missile or something in the background as well. And they actually portrayed it in a movie. So this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Everything that has been on these things, on Illuminati cards, they're out. They have to tell you what they're doing. Just like the Lord will tell us when we need to know something. When He wants us, He always lets us know what He's doing and what He's going to do. That's already in the Bible. It's unchanging. Now they got these, drones, these Poseidons, these city busters. What's to say, okay? And, Russians have been caught before with their cable cut-in ships out there off the Atlantic. Whatever. I mean, they have the capability of cutting cables, cutting communications with, the people on the other side of the ocean. I don't know. Just letting you know that these things can be causing the problems they're causing. If we let that take hold, then we have no future. There's no future for America. Okay, so what's this one? Oh, huge waves unexpectedly hit the coastal Peru and Cuba, triggering floods, damage, and evacuations. In two separate but dramatic incidents, huge waves hit coastal Peru on the eve, December 24th, causing damage, triggering evacuations in both countries. I'll show you just a couple brief segments of these waves. They're going on quite a lot lately.
En el litoral provocó que el mar se saliera y encienda la alarma en la población.
Yeah, and I don't,
La marea alta
Peruvian,
causó daños en la
Spanish,
infraestructura de los balnearios de Zorritos y La
I don't know
Cruz,
what language
lo
it
cual
is.
se encontraba en construcción.
Spanish. We're going to show you a
Puestos
couple
de
more
comida que
waves.
se encontraban cerca a la orilla terminaron inundados. Pescadores de la zona también se vieron afectados por el fuerte oleaje. Incluso uno de ellos terminó en el mar.
Trying to get this guy back in the boat with this wave coming in the background. Look at that thing.
No le des así, da la vuelta. Chucho, aguanta para subirlo.
Yeah.
Para subirlo. Súbelo. Ayúdalo. Ayúdalo. Dale, que se viene una grande, dale.
They get him in, but
Situación similar sucedió en Piura, donde las aguas del mar invadieron algunas viviendas.
so in any case, man, a lot of things going around. I mean, we've seen, bays. We've seen ocean disappear, okay, in a few places, and now we're seeing, are the waves returning? Is the water coming back? I mean, with all this, come on, people, you got to admit something is obviously not right. Something is going on. Whether it be, Revelation's destroyer, Apollyon, whatever it is, it's meant to be. And there's nothing we can do about it except pray. That's it. Pray. Pray that you are found worthy, and all you have to do is believe in Jesus Christ. That's it. Anyways, here's some other things going on. Turkey tries to invade northern Syria, okay, while Israel fires on the Syrian capital, Damascus, okay, and this one, Israel fires an incoming Syria missile after IDF takes out Iranian arms depot in Damascus to season. But also, what I wanted to tell you about is that Syria fired back. Okay, but apparently nothing came in, and of course Syria claims the same thing, that the missiles from Israel were all taken down, and so I guess that's why they fired on the capital of Syria, in Damascus. And of course, we know Damascus is in the Bible, it's in prophecy. That I guess a couple other things have to happen before Damascus is a ruinous heap where there's no one able to live there. At the moment, there are still people there. So I don't know what the Bible is actually stating, a ruinous heap. I mean, I've seen drone footage of Damascus, and it surely looks like a ruinous heap to me. But it also states somewhere in that prophecy that there will be no one living there. So in the meantime, while there still are people there, prophecy is still waiting to be fulfilled totally. In the meantime, Turkish, invasion of northern Syria, they want to go after the Kurds that are in northern Syria. For some reason, I don't know, lifelong blood feud, whatever it is. But Turkey was told to stand down, I believe, including Russia, France, several countries. Talked to this maniac. He's a little delusional as well. Some people claim that he, started his own coup. Who knows? bring you this news. But in the meantime, then we got ISIS. Okay, because of those, coming out here. Remember the UK drones at the airport, and so now we got ISIS issues drone bomb warning following the London airport scare. It's from News Punch. Following the recent drone scare at London's Gatwick Airport, ISIS has released images on social media showing drones carrying bombs to large Western cities. I have not seen that media yet. I have not seen where they are carrying the bombs to these large Western cities. I've been looking for it. This is obviously an ad for diabetes, but anyway. And when I went to the images, I did go there. I'll do it again. We'll go there. See where it brings us. Which appear to be photoshopped, according to this article, have sparked concerns. Okay, so here is this media that they're talking about. I've never heard of this place, DRN. Drone Review Sand News. Never heard of that. Drone Review Sand News. Oh, I'm sorry. Drone Reviews and News. So, I don't know. Drone Rumors. Oh, this is just weird that they would have a site like this, don't you think? So I tried to look for it. Maybe not too far. Sends chillin'. But I didn't see any of this video or whatever they're talking about that shows that they're delivering it to Western cities. I don't see it. Okay? I don't see it. We can go to Drone Rumors. Now they'll have a site for anything. Who have drones? I still have a drone somewhere. Where it went to. Little miniature one. That you don't have to register. So before the incident, I'm talking about this Gatwick Airport. More leaked photos. I don't even know what this is. Osmo's Pocket on Facebook. So I'm trying to find this out, and it's not bringing me anywhere to see these so-called images. Okay, I just don't see them. So still looking for that, folks. Okay. Right now, I think it's just one of those things that ISIS will claim credit for, even when credit is not due. In any case, this is your. I just put this in because I wanted people to know. Okay, this is from Activist Post. The government spending. Okay, Audit finds government spent $14 million in taxpayer funds to hire two border agents. Okay. And it says so far. Hire two border agents. There they are, $14 million. It's probably $13.5 million. I don't know. I mean, I thought all this military equipment was given away free. And it certainly was in 2009 through 14 or 15. So in any case, I just wanted you to see that. How ridiculous your government spends your money on stuff like this. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe we needed it. But who the heck's charging them $14 million? Who's the contractor? I guess if I read, I could find out. And I got two articles here from Natural News. I mean, read on if you want. I mean, new study says that there's always studies in here. I like this site because they have documents. Read that will let you know where they got this information. So this study says that more people are sad, worried, and ever before. Record numbers suggest something is very wrong with our mental state. So guys and gals, I can go on, you know that. I can take this for another hour or two, okay? Why we're sad, worried, first of all, we shouldn't be either one of those. And all I can say is those things have disappeared in me since I've believed in Christ, okay? Simply put, because of that, because of my faith and hope in those things, in Him, I don't have these problems anymore. I'm not sad. I had depression for years. From when I was, when I can remember, when I was a young teenager and until I was probably in my late 30s, 40s. I didn't get rid of my depression until God took a hold of me and I followed. That's when I got rid of my depression. I didn't worry. There were times, yes, off and on I worried, but that's it's a work in progress. It'll go away. You won't worry. There's a lot of Psalms out there that very good for reading. Before I came to Christ, I spent times in there when I was going through rough times. I would go to the Psalms. I'd suggest you go there too if you're going through hard times, and more so to pray. You won't get anything if you don't pray. Yeah, we're in the wrong mental state. And not only, that, and I'll make this very brief, is the fact that there are so many man-made chemicals and other ingredients that are put in our foods. I don't care whether you homegrown, in your cellar, under artificial light or whatever you do. The air is being flooded with chemicals that they're dropping from these airplanes. The water in these water treatment plants, they put chemicals in there. I mean, we smell the chlorine as soon as we open the faucet. And of course the fluoride is in there. And we're being bombarded with all this stuff continually. It's a wonder that you will have some kind of mental fatigue. I'm telling you, you can get rid of the majority of that. I say that only because, every once in a while, I will get tired too. But I know where to go when I'm tired, or I feel a little hopeless that day, or whatever. I got some of the old flesh of the old man popping back up, maybe. It rarely happens, but it happens. But I know where to go. You should know where to go too. And you go to the Lord in prayer. And you talk to Him. Have a personal relationship with your God. It's not just what He can do for you. It's not what He can, it's not that He can get you a new car or a new house or, an extra $50,000 this year so we can go on, a big holiday trip. Take some time off from work. He don't do those things. He is not there for you to prosper. Okay? I don't think you really don't want to prosper. Look what it does to the Hollywood types. Those people are so delusional and disoriented and going in wrong directions, and money is not helping them at all. It's not. It's just paying somebody else who doesn't have money, and you know what they're paying for. And yes, because of all that, the globalists, they're calling for a celebration because of the plunging human fertility as war against humanity accelerates. Remember the Georgia Guidestones. Go read it. First commandment. 500 million, manageable number for humanity. That's it. So 6 million people have to go by the wayside. And they are celebrating. And not only in this article, but I've seen quite a few articles today. I've seen at least 3 or 4 articles talking about the globalists or the elite are so happy now that these figures, this human fertility war, it's just about over, and they've won. I've told you about my daughter having 2 miscarriages, and she's pregnant again. I'm going to pray, all whatever it takes. They don't take this one too. These chemicals that are in your water, in your air, the breathe, and everything else are, well, one of the things is to make us infertile. That's one of the reasons. That's how they stop it from growing, and then they'll have to worry about getting that number back down. We can all speculate on what they plan on doing, right? Yeah, well, there's a lot of options out there for them. What does the Bible say? I believe the Bible is the Word of God, and what God says goes. Okay? They can try to go around it, but they're not going to succeed. They're not. They've already lost, and right now they're just treading, water that's slowly pulling them down. Two more articles here. This one from WND. 1 million gun owners refuse to obey the ban. Yep, one of these bans. I mean, we still have 350,000 people in Connecticut who refuse to register their guns. Why do you have to register our gun? Why do you need to know where our guns are? That's what they want it for, to know where your guns are. Because they've tried this in New Jersey. Coming to your house. Okay? So, this latest development in New Jersey where a gun magazine ban recently became law. So, they're not going to win by literally, deleting the Second Amendment by not allowing you to have your guns, your weapons. So they'll go around it and in between the pages and start putting in these little, I don't know what you call addendums or little add-ons, whatever. They call them amendments, but, anything that shoots that can hold 10 or more rounds. They don't want you to have an automatic weapon because they have them. They don't want you to have the same weapon that they have. They want to make sure that you can only fire one shot at a time. And so while they're shooting 1,000 rounds to your one, you see what I'm saying? That's what they want. They don't care if you have a pistol. 16 shots maybe with a clip, and then what? They're probably going to ban that too, right? At least the 16 clips or 16 rounds. I don't know much about weapons. I've fired one here and there, but I don't know much about them. All I know is that kind of, grown used to the Constitution, and when people attack it, that's attacking us. They're already too big, and they're trying to make sure that the next steps that they're going to take, that you can't, reverberate, or you can't retaliate. I'm trying to find a word for that, but in any case, yeah, they're trying to go in